Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. Good times for all here. Zachary Zabala if you prefer. In this video we're going to be taking a look at what causes up and down, if not gravity. Now I think gravity was just another word for what is really electricity. We could actually call it another form of electricity if you want and still keep the name gravity, but it has nothing to do with the attraction between two masses. That is nonsense. It's never been proven. It's pretty much a theory. One thing we can show in the lab, though, is how electricity the flow of electricity, the flow of an electric current, can equally place things. Let's say, like in reality, we have a positive charge above our heads and a negative beneath us. Now the negative is going to draw everything towards it. Okay? While the positive is going to push everything away from it. Even this down here, it's going to go down. The negative is going to go this way. Now, if you can see what I'm getting at here, these two are going to cancel each other out. This positive and this negative. These two down here will cancel each other out. And what you're going to have is an electric field that's equal throughout, till you get to the edges. Then when you have what is called the fringe and it starts doing crazy stuff like this, or it'll curl around to the top of the plate, and it's really neat how it does it. But anyway, this is gravity right here, this electric charge that we get. Now we always have a negative plate beneath us and a positive plate above us, or a charge at least. Now, what would happen if we put a negative at the top and a positive on the bottom? Yeah, you're correct. Our electric field would go up. Now this doesn't happen in reality. It doesn't switch. The ground is always our negative. Okay? So we're always going to get that electric field that is pointing down, right? But if we actually flipped it over, could we get things to stick to the bottom of this plate? We can. And we're going to show you that right here. Now what I have is a Van de Graaff generator with a wire running down to this plate, which is positively charged. And at the top, we have a negatively charged wire that comes and runs down here that is connected to the negative discharge wand of the Van de Graaff. So we have a negative plate on top and a positive plate on the bottom. The exact opposite of what we see in reality. So as I crank this up, it's not really an anti-gravity machine. It's more or less just changing the electric field. Now it might bounce up and down here a couple times. At first, I'm going to start charging it. Oh. Let me discharge that stuff here. I don't know if we're getting a good enough connection. No, that's stuck to this. Okay, it feels like we're getting a good negative. I'm going to have to mess with the positive here a little bit. It's weird how it does it sometimes. We're definitely getting a good negative charge. My positive charge isn't. Make sure that's hitting the connector down there. Oh, and there we go. Now we're getting a charge. Yeah, it just wasn't touching right. And as you can see, as long as I keep cranking it, the electric field is reversed. So that piece of paper will stand there, stuck to the bottom, as if it were, you know, gravity was holding it down. Now you see the current in it. That's why it's all rigid, because it's actually following the current. It became polarized. One end is positive and one end is negative. So it's standing straight up. But it's just showing you that as long as I'll stop cranking it, induction will take over and it'll start bouncing around up and down. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, that when we have a positive plate on the top or on the bottom and a negative plate on top, it reverses what so-called gravity does here on Earth. And it must be holding a pretty good charge to both the plates. But I'm not cranking. As you can see, it's still, eventually once the plates discharge themselves a little bit, it'll start bouncing. But that's it, folks. I just wanted to share that with you. That's my idea on what actually causes up and down. It's Good Times for All signing out. As always, thanks for watching.